It's Rachel McKinley, the social media manager here at New Life. I'm with Elie Goldstein, our VP of Product Development, and I'm with Rodney Davis, our Director of Compliance. And we're so excited to be having these two here. They have so much knowledge about New Life, and I'm just so excited to have them share it all with us today. So I want to get started with you, Elie. You are related to Alexi, but I don't remember what the relation is.
Okay, so Alexi and I are cousins.
Cousins.
My father and his father were the closest of 11 brothers and sisters.
Okay.
And we got started in this industry. My dad was a aircraft mechanic by trade, and he wanted something more. Of course, both of our families are from the Middle East, so coming to a country that has much more opportunity was one of the big challenges. So finding out what your purpose is was my dad's goal. And he walked into a health food store in 1970, actually late 69. He looked at it and he bought it on the spot. That's the way it kind of transitioned. And as he developed his skills, became self-taught, went through classes and honed his craft in nutrition, that I heard that pretty much every day. And in the summer times when we were out of school, well, he had free labor with both my brother and I, and we were wiping stores in a health food store since I was 8 years old. And that's where the journey began. I saw the community, I saw the people, I saw the respect that people had for my father as he did this. Now, what happened is that Alex's dad came from overseas, and he was looking for an avenue to also, and my dad told him, this is just a wonderful industry, you're going to meet wonderful people, and he bought a health food store for Alex's dad. And Alexi's dad eventually had given him that health food store, not given him, put him in the position to take over that health food store. And ever since then, it's pretty much history. His brain really travels in very creative ways. And look at Somaderm, timeless product that he invented over 20 years ago. And really this product will go into the next 100 years and there won't be any competition in sight. It's really it's a unicorn product. He developed that. My path was a little bit different. I got into Marcom and was a director of some high-tech publications on the marketing side. And then when the internet hit, yes, I am very ancient. I just kind of had a change of life of what I wanted to do. And I saw the happiness that my father had in his life. And I wanted a piece of that happiness, so I began working with him. And that's where the journey started over 42 years ago now. And I formulated for a couple companies of myself. And then when New Life blew up, Alexi was like, hey, why don't you come over here? Let's take our other entities, put them together, and we'll just focus on New Life. And I said, whatever you need me to do. He goes, I want you on the product side because you're the only one that really knows what Somaderm is and how Somaderm works for people. And that's where this relationship started. And ever since then, New Life has been on fire, literally on fire.
It's been going like crazy.
And so, that's my story. And Rodney has a much different story than myself. And he's going to explain it to you guys right now.
So I'm not related.
This is Rodney Goldstein right here.
I wish I was.
Look at the nose, isn't it?
So I heard about the company and I kind of investigated. Opportunity presented itself, and I made sure I was like, look, what's it all about? What's the product they're selling? And I was like, this is pretty cool. It's very unique. There's definitely something I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So, I've been in the industry like 23 years now, just in multi-level marketing, and most of it's been in compliance, but I knew there was a place for me here, and I'm just happy they accepted me into the family.
Oh, he's been part of the family the whole time from day one.
Sunday dinners, he just comes over.
Really.
Breaking bread with each other.
I'm just disappointed that I live in California,
right.
And I should be a little closer to Utah. That way we can actually share some more moments together. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's just kind of my journey here, and it's been great ever since. I've been here almost 3 years now, and I love it. Yeah.
Awesome.
And he's been a blessing to the company. He's really just an upstanding gentleman, and he keeps people in check, which I love most of all, because look, compliance is a very important part of what New Life has developed, and Rodney really has developed this product along with Ken, making it just, they're teaching distributors how to talk about product properly. They're not scientists, they're distributors. And knowing that some people's knowledge is a little limited, sometimes they want to stretch the truth a little bit. And Rodney keeps them in check and really does he has a masterful way of really bringing those issues to life and really educates people on how to talk properly about product.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You know?
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even that they stretch the truth. It's just, it might really work for them. That's their story. It's just an awesome product. It does what it says it's going to do, and they really experience that. But we still have to do it in a compliant way that they can tell their story and share it with others so that we're not in trouble. I've got the FTC, the FDA, all kinds of people looking down on us, making sure that we're doing things accordingly. And so we have some rules and regulations in place, and so I'm just here to help educate and train, just like you said.
We just want to preserve. We want to preserve the integrity. We want to get the correct messaging across, so you can take it and you can duplicate it and tell the next person, and they can take that information and tell the next person. It's all about duplication, and if we can give you the right messaging for that duplication, I mean, we've done our job really, really well.
Absolutely.
So.
That's awesome. And you guys work so closely together. I mean, you're always developing products, and Rodney's this is going to fly, so that's way cool. And so tell us a little bit, both of you guys have so much experience working in these industries. Rodney, you mentioned you have 25 plus years of experience. So tell us why it's important for people to come to these events like UConn, like New Life.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so we're in the people business. We have awesome products, but we love people. It's like Alexi always says, we're family, and we really do feel that way, and so you gotta come, you gotta be a part of this. It's just huge. It's just it's an experience that just energizes you. You just kind of brings life back to you, to your people. It's just, these events are just key. They're so important just to come hang out, get knowledge, We do all kinds of stuff from the stage. Elie gets up there and tells us about some cool things that might be coming down the pipeline, or how ingredients, how the product works. And so these events they're just the lifeblood. They're just huge for our distributors, and it's just so important to be here. I love being here. It's just fun. I love seeing the distributors, talking to them. It's a blast. So we're here because of them, and so we love it.
Yeah. Well, as Alexi said, and I think that's well said. I mean, you hit the nail on the head with everything there. It's about family, and family likes to be together. It's real important that these events that haven't happened over the last 2.5 years because of COVID are starting to occur now. It brings our family together, and then we join as one, and then that's the whole thing. It's kind of like moving as a river, downstream. What happens is that we create momentum as we go downstream. And that momentum you're able to take with yourself to, again, provide duplication, to share stories with, to share successes with. That's what these events are all about. It's about creating momentum. And, we want to provide you with as much material, information, and education as we can to really help you get that momentum behind you and really start to grow your end of the business. And to understand product, it's really important that the educational aspect on the compliance side and on the product side and on the social media side as well come together as one. And the truth is, we can't corporate do this by ourselves. We have to have the distributors involved in the aspect of the business to go out there and share product the right way and be able to duplicate that story in a compliant, educational manner. And it's real important to both Rodney and I that these events, we take wholeheartedly. I love the contact. I love the hugs. I love been missing this interaction, for the last 2 years. And it's great to be back.
Yes.
It's awesome to be back. It's so fun. And it's what you said earlier. This is a people-focused company, and we care so much about everyone involved, and that's what makes the New Life family.
Well, we can't do it without the people. That's the thing. I mean, if Rodney and I were together, Rodney and I would be together. It's wonderful having all these wonderful people around sharing these incredible stories. I mean, it's truly just magical.
That's awesome. All right, so Elie, you are on the scientific board. What is it?
I manage the scientific advisory board.
Okay.
And we have some great people, Lou Paradise, Dr. Green, Dr. Gershon, and Dr. Lita Harris are on the advisory board. Lou Paradise is a homeopath. Dr. Green, Dr. Lita Harris, and Dr. Gershon are MDs. And they help us with feedback. We develop products, they give us feedback, and they critique our products, and then we go back to the drawing board and make sure that scientifically that these products are really valuable to people that are going to be out there in the field distributing them and telling their stories and their life stories about these changes. They give us credibility in what we're doing, and I think that's the biggest thing. And they are a real integral part of this family. I think last week we did a live with Lou Paradise, and really people are like, what's homeopathy? And the homeopathy as a modality has been around longer than Western medicine, which most people don't even know about. And so the credibility of homeopathy going back that far gives us a sound basis in what we're doing from a product perspective, something like Somaderm, or if we created anything with homeopathic material in it in the future. So these guys are real integral in our educational process, in our product development process, and Rodney gives them the proper verbiage to use when we do lives, and you can speak on that with the scientific advisory board, because look, there's incredible results that people have attained with new Life products. And you can talk about Fortress, you can talk about Nervi. I was just over at the Product Experience Center, and a young lady was over there telling me that her mother that has an advanced disease was taking Nervi, and her energy levels are coming back. I mean, that's an incredible statement. And it's touching lives.
Yes.
Sharing, touching lives, and then duplicating the message so we can touch more lives. That's what it's all about. And the Scientific Advisory Board helps us with that messaging. They help us craft a product that's scientifically, it has efficacy to it, and really gives us that credibility behind that product to make us stand steadfast. So it's really good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And why don't you comment on the Scientific Advisory Board? I'm just rambling on about it.
I just want to say, so everyone goes through compliance. I go through compliance, product goes through compliance, everyone. So I want to ask you, Rodney, how does your role come into play with all of this, with everything that Elie just said?
Yeah. So as mentioned, with our business here, we have a lot of sort of regulators, the FTC, the FDA, a lot of government agencies that kind of monitor us, and they say you can and can't do certain things. And so my role is really just to help train and educate internally in our field, and also the Scientific Advisory Board. Like Elie was saying, even though they've got the medical background, and so sometimes they're like, no, I've tested this product, I've used it on my patients, it really did this, and we're like, okay, but this is how we say it, so it's in a compliant way. And so they still have the credibility, but it's in a way that can be shared and duplicated, and in a way that we're going to be safe and protected, risk-free. And so that's really my role here, is just to work with everyone, and that's I mean, sometimes people kind of come off like, oh, you're that guy. Like even here, it's been kind of fun, like, oh, you're that Rodney, you're that guy.
The police.
But then they also say, but we love you, we appreciate you. We're so glad you're here to help us so that we can do this and, stay out of trouble, and we can just keep on going, growing, and we can just put this on 5, 10, 20, 30 years, just keep on going, and we're not going to be in trouble, Yeah. So I'm just here to help. That's really what I'm here to do, is help protect.
That's
it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we wrap up, I just want to ask you two one last question. So where do you see New Life in the next couple of years?
Yeah.
Going to the top. Yeah, I see it's just growing. I mean, we've got so many good leaders, so many good people out there in the field that love the product. The products are amazing,
We are a product company.
And so it's a lot easier for them to grow and bring people in when we have great products. And so I just see us to continue that trend. You know, we're just going to keep on going. We're still young. You know, it's great to see the growth that's already happened, and I can't wait to see what the future holds and how much more growth we're going to experience. I mean, we're going to have to get more people. I might even be able to hire somebody, you know?
No, you will have to hire somebody.
So this is great, you know, we're going into other markets. I mean, I just love seeing the growth and the potential, and I'm just happy to be part of this journey.
So for me, the future is exciting. I've seen what's coming down the product line, and look, it's limitless right now. We're going to execute this. We're going to make it happen, and the executive team behind this, all the directors, everybody in this company. Again, we move as one unit, and when you're moving as one unit, what happens is that you build momentum. New You Life internally, not only externally, is building momentum. We're getting our processes really ironed out. We're really, product focused. I mean, we are product focused. We want to bring your product that's going to change your life. That's what we're going to do. And that's why I see it being limitless in the future. I think that New You Life's future is so bright, so strong, and so innovative that we're going to really change network marketing as a whole in what we're doing, not only internally, but digitally forward facing. You're going to see so many new innovative projects coming to you, and so much material that you can take and you can really share in a manner that no other network marketing company is doing. I mean, between Sean, Kenton, yourself with social, I've seen just a dramatic change in the last 60 days.
Oh yeah.
When we switch over to the new Shopify platform, I mean, your purchasing, your logistics, everything that you do in your back office is going to be much more, there's going to be much more information on it. So you'll be able to take that information, decipher it, and know what you have to do to really have a successful business. And then on the product side, we're just going to feed you the best products you can ever attain in the entire world. That's a promise. So that's why I see it being absolutely limitless in the future.
It's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Well, thank you so much, you guys. It's so great. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank
Rodney.
you.
So
Thank
glad
you, guys.
to be here.
We'll see you
Yeah.
later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.